Hello grade 3. Now that we understood all the words, okay, so let us write the sentences over here. So I need you to open page 164 in your reading writing companion. I hope you have your pencils with you. So let's begin. The first word is you must be adventurous to try whitewater rafting. Adventurous. So what is the meaning of adventurous that we discussed earlier? It is daring, bold, fearless, like you're very adventurous. You like to take risks and you're not scared or afraid to do anything. Okay, so you're really bold and fearless. Okay, so what is adventurous? Bold and fearless. So what else do you have to do, have to be adventurous to try? What else do you have to be adventurous to try? So if you want to try something, okay, new, like for example hiking or mountain climbing or white water rafting, something that is adventurous and it is a little risky but it's fun in the end. So what would you try? What would you like to try? Let us write it down. Maybe this is an example would be like mountain climbing, yeah, mountain hiking. So you must be adventurous adventurous to try hiking. You must be adventurous to try hiking. Then what is courageous? As I told you, courageous means brave. Another word for courageous is brave. So they asked us, let me make it a little bigger for you so that you can see better. Okay, and maybe make it larger. Okay, like this. So the courageous firefighter rescued people from a burning building. Okay, so describe another person who is courageous. A firefighter is courageous, and especially during the pandemic, when the doctors, they were treating the sick people, they were also very courageous because in in spite of having the fear that they might get infected while they were treating their patients, but still they did not give up. Yeah, so they took very good care of the people who were sick. So they are courageous people because the doctors who took care of the sick patients, they were also very courageous. And what about the other ones, like the police officers? Also, they have to deal with dangerous criminals, who could harm them, but still they are very courageous. And even the people who fight on the border, okay, they are also very courageous. Okay, so let us write it down. Describe another person who is courageous. You can say that if you know anyone also, you can write about them, like my aunt is a courageous police officer. If you have some police officer in your family, you can write about them. Your aunt or uncle, you can write about them. Then extremely. Cactuses can grow in extremely dry places. So what is the meaning of extremely? Very or exceedingly. So describe a time when you were extremely cold. You felt really cold, very cold. Okay, so you can say that you played in the snow. You went on vacation and you played in the snow, and at that time you felt extremely cold. I played in the snow for hours until I felt extremely cold. Extremely cold. The next question, the next word is weird. I already told you what is the meaning of weird. It is unusual, or unnatural, or something really strange. Okay, so the Venus flytrap is a weird and strange plant that eats insects. What is a synonym for weird? A synonym for weird is strange. A synonym, you know what is a synonym? A synonym is the word which has the same meaning. So another word for weird is strange. Free verse. Poetry terms. We are going to learn about some poetry terms over here. What is a free verse? Some of Emma's free verse poems rhyme and some do not. Okay, so what rule don't free verse poems have to follow? Like, what is the meaning of a free verse? Some of the lines they rhyme and some do not. Okay, so what rule don't free verse poems have to follow? Free verse poems don't have to rhyme. They don't have to rhyme always. The lines don't have to rhyme. So free verse poems don't have to rhyme. Let's add that. Okay, narrative poem. You know what is a narrative poem? I told you that a narrative poem is a poem that has a story in it. Okay, so I wrote a narrative poem about the American Revolution. What would you like to write a narrative poem about? What topic would you choose for your narrative poem? Maybe you would like to write about, I would like to write about I would like to write about the first people to walk on the moon. The first people to walk on the moon. Or the people that just now I told you about the doctors. You could write about the doctors who helped the people during this COVID pandemic, okay, and who risked their lives to protect the people. So we could write about them. You can write any topic. You can write about your mom or your dad, or about your siblings, anything. Okay, so you can write whatever you want. This is just an example. So I would like to write about the first people to walk on the moon. Choose any topic that you would like. Okay, now the next word on page number 165 is repetition. Repeating words or phrases to create rhythm is called repetition. To create some musical effect, it is called repetition. So even in songs and even in musical videos, you can see this repetition. Okay, name one effect of using repetition. It can make repetition can make the readers pay attention to something. Pay attention to the poem, to something. Like whatever is being said, they would be more attentive to it. Okay, so that is called repetition. So it would make the readers to pay more attention to some topic. Okay, and what is rhyme? The words night and right rhyme, but because they end in the same sound, what are the two words that rhyme? You can say dance, chance, dance, chance, then comma, high sky. You can write whatever you want. Okay, found round. So these are the words that rhyme. Okay, here on this you can see this orange box over here. Let us read what is there. Okay, let us listen to the audio.
A metaphor compares two very different things without using the words like or as. His teeth are white pearls is a metaphor. It compares teeth to pearls. It helps me visualize bright white teeth. Find text evidence. On page 160, I read that Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. This is a metaphor. It compares Ginger's fingers to shooting stars. It helps me picture Ginger's fingers moving quickly. Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. They talk of adventurous trips to Mars. Fingers talking without words. Signing when sounds can't be heard. Your turn. Reread Ginger's fingers on page 160. Find another metaphor. What two things are compared? How does it help you visualize?
So here in this poem you can see we already spoke about what a metaphor is. A metaphor compares two very different things without using the words like or as. Like for example, his teeth are white pearls. Teeth are being compared to white pearls. And here in this poem you can see Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. So let us just underline this or circle this. Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. So what are they being compared? The Ginger's fingers are being compared to shooting stars. This is a metaphor. It is a metaphor. Let us look at another metaphor in paragraph 2. Ginger's fingers are ocean waves. They talk of fish and deep sea caves. Here again, this is a metaphor because Ginger's fingers are being compared to ocean waves. This is a metaphor again. Okay, so let us write it down on page 165. Okay, here. So reread Ginger's fingers on page 160. Find another metaphor. What two things are being compared? How does it help you visualize? So let us write it down. Ginger's fingers are compared to ocean waves, to waves. And what does this help you visualize? Fingers are moving like waves. Fingers moving like waves. They are being, it makes you think, it makes you visualize, it makes you imagine that her fingers are moving like waves. Alright, so we are done for this day. Today we are done for today. So please take these pages from your discussion room, okay, and finish these pages. Okay, so see you tomorrow, girls. Tomorrow we will read the poems and we also will write in the reading writing companion. So if you want, you can read the poems beforehand. Okay, so see you tomorrow, girls. Bye for now.